Please escort. We would like to have the great-granddaughter please come forward and have a few words to say.
Good afternoon to you all. My name is Diana Gales Walker McKenna. I first would like to thank you all for coming out to this memorial service. For my great-grandfather, who was not only a Union soldier but a Buffalo soldier too, I want to say I'm very sorry I did not know him or any of my immediate family. I'm truly thankful for all the work done to help me in my quest so far to find the most of the credit of information concerning Ambrose Skinner. It goes to my daughters Esther Kennard, Deborah Walker, and Donna Carr of the Black Family Genealogy and History Society. Thanks to Donna Carr and Jan Herbert, representing the Sons of Union Veterans, for putting forth the paperwork needed by the Veterans Administration to get the headstone and place it on Ambrose's grave. And on behalf of my children, Deborah Walker, Esther Kennard, and Danielle McLennan, and my grandchildren, Joseph Crenshaw, Jamie Walker, Terrence Lewis, Lillian Kennard, and Violet Kennard. Thank you to those responsible for putting this memorial on. And thank you so much.
Ladies and gentlemen, Secretary of State, Ken Bennett.
Just scoot over for a minute, but stay right here, because I'd like to read a proclamation from my office and give you a little memento here. State of Arizona, Department of State, honoring Ambrose Skinner, Union Civil War and Buffalo soldier. Whereas it is the sense of the Arizona Secretary of State to publicly recognize notable people and events which impact Arizona's history and quality of life. And whereas Ambrose Skinner, born in North Carolina, served his country during the Civil and Indian War campaigns, was discharged in 1869, although I think we heard an update that he later re-enlisted. But he was discharged in 1869 from the 25th Regiment, which would be known as the Buffalo Soldiers. And whereas Buffalo soldiers persevered through racial prejudice from other soldiers and civilians while earning military commendations and a distinguished record. And whereas Ambrose Skinner was laid to rest in 1922 in an unmarked grave, and whereas the sons of Union veterans of the Civil War, daughters of Union veterans of the Civil War, and Buffalo soldiers of the Arizona Territory rightfully honor the memory of Ambrose Skinner and those who stood shoulder to shoulder on the bloody fields of battle with a memorial service today, Saturday, February 2nd, 2013, at Greenwood Memory Lawn Cemetery in Phoenix. And whereas it is the intent of the Arizona Secretary of State to pay special tribute to those whose service has not received its due appreciation, now therefore I, Kenneth Roy Bennett, Arizona Secretary of State, honor the life, courage, and memory of Ambrose Skinner, and wish to express the state's gratitude to his family, and a copy of this proclamation suitably engrossed to be transmitted to the family of Ambrose Skinner and the Allied Orders of the Civil War and the Buffalo Soldiers of the Arizona Territory. By order of the Secretary of State, Ken Bennett, and I've signed it. In addition, I'd like to present you, Diana, with a coin from the Secretary of State's office. It has the Great Seal of the State of Arizona on it. On the reverse side is a picture of the Grand Canyon, as we are the Grand Canyon State. I want to give that to you. It's just a small token of thanks and recognition from the state of Arizona. Thank you. And I want to say before I finish, I appreciated Commander Fred mentioning the role of the Buffalo Soldiers in the Arizona Territory, and in particular Pancho Villa. Now, Ambrose Skinner was your great-grandfather, right? My great-grandfather was captured and held captive by Pancho Villa around the turn of the century our family records indicate that he was held captive for about 10 days, at which time on one night when his men had a little bit too much to drink and were drunk, my great-grandfather was able to escape and get away and return to his family. But I just thought it interesting that Commander Fred mentioned the connection between Pancho Villa and the Buffalo Soldiers that chased him down, and maybe somewhere in that history, the path of my great-grandfather crossed paths with your great-grandfather. And so I just wanted to make that little observation. Thank you, Diana, for being here to represent your family, and thank you on behalf of the state of Arizona. I want to give this to you. Thank you very much.
Stand right here and look pretty as you do it.
Buffalo Soldiers, ladies. Diana, it gives me great privilege today in honoring Ambrose Skinner to give you this flag to carry with you in dedication to him from the Buffalo Soldiers of the Arizona Territory, ladies and gentlemen of the regiment. We thank you. You're welcome now.
Honored guests, we will now conduct the Grand Army of the Republic Military Headstone Dedication Service. Brothers, daughters, and guests, we have met here as sons of Union veterans of the Civil War, daughters of Union veterans of the Civil War, and Buffalo Soldiers of the Arizona Territory to consign to that house prepared for all the living the memory of a soldier of this country, Ambrose Skinner. The march of this soldier is over. Let us remember comrade in arms Ambrose Skinner, here at rest under the blue skies of heaven, guided by the silent stars that in life watched over him when he bivouacked on the battlefields or lay down weary and footsore on the soil of the Southland. May we, as we stand by his grave, remember that it is our duty to honor the men who stood shoulder to shoulder on the bloody battlefields, who guarded so faithfully, so honestly, and so well the sacred bonds of statehood, and who fought for liberty and the dear old flag. They have passed away to their final review, and upon us has devolved by sacred right the duty of perpetuating the principles for which they fought. May we not forget that as the years roll on, that we too shall have battles to fight, that in time we too shall be carried to the silent city of the dead, and that our lives here should but fit us for the great bivouac of eternity. The chaplain will now invoke the divine blessing.
If you can comfortably do so, please stand while I lead us in prayer. God of battles and peace,